Robert L. Bullard, first combat commander of the 1st Division, was an 1885 graduate of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. A veteran of the Philippine insurrection and the Mexican border, General Bullard commanded the 2nd Infantry Brigade in the newly formed 1st Division in 1917. He took command of the division in France in January 1918 and sent it into its first offensive at Cantigny. General Bullard later commanded the 3rd Corps and 2nd Army in France. He retired in 1925 as a lieutenant general and died in 1947.
Major General Charles P. Summerall, an 1892 West Point graduate, fought as an artillery officer in the Philippines and in China during the Boxer Rebellion. Commander of the division's 1st Artillery Brigade in its first offensive at Cantigny, he took command of the division in July 1918. General Summerall led the division at Soissons and in the Meuse-Argonne campaign, later commanding the 5th Corps. General Summerall rose to become Chief of Staff of the Army 1926 to 1930 with the rank of full general. Before his death in 1955, he was president of the Citadel.
Major General Frank Parker, 3 times commander of the 1st Division, took over its combat leadership on October 18, 1918, leading it in open warfare along the Meuse River toward Sedan. Previously, he commanded the division's 18th Infantry Regiment and 1st Infantry Brigade. An 1894 West Point graduate, General Parker, in his later service, was Operation Officer of the War Department and commanded the Department of the Philippines, 3rd Army, and the old 6th Corps area in Chicago. General Parker died in Chicago in 1947.
General John J. Pershing, the only officer to hold the rank of General of the Armies, commanded the American Expeditionary Force in Europe in World War I. Black Jack Pershing graduated from West Point as senior cadet captain in 1886 and later obtained a law degree from the University of Nebraska. General Pershing saw extensive action as an Indian fighter in Cuba in the war with Spain, in the Philippines, on the Mexican border, and as an observer in the Russo-Japanese War. General Pershing served 4 years as Chief of Staff, retiring in 1924. He died in 1948 at the age of 87.
Major General Terry de la Mesa Allen, an infantry battalion commander in the battles of World War I, led the 1st Division in its first offensive of World War II, the invasion of French North Africa on November 8, 1942. General Allen commanded the division throughout its brilliant campaigns in Tunisia, led it ashore in the invasion of Sicily, and through its last Sicilian battle at Troina. Later, General Allen distinguished himself in command of the 104th Division in Northern Europe. He was retired for disability in 1946 at the age of 58.
Major General Clarence Ralph Huebner, commander of the 1st Division, in its assault landing at Omaha Beach, Normandy, June 6, 1944, served the division in every rank from private to general. For heroism at Cantigny and Soissons in World War I, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross. From Omaha Beach, General Huebner led the division until he took command of the 5th Corps in the Battle of the Bulge. After the war, as a lieutenant general, he commanded the army in Germany and was deputy commanding general of the European Command. He retired in 1950.
Major General Cliff Andrus, 6th of the division's great combat commanders, was the only one to serve through all of its days of combat in World War II. Commissioned in 1912 after graduation from Cornell University, General Andrus trained others in World War I. In May 1942, he became commander of the division's artillery. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for heroism in Sicily. General Andrews succeeded to command the division just before the Battle of the Bulge in Belgium and led it to victory in Germany and Czechoslovakia. He retired in 1952.
General Dwight Eisenhower was supreme commander of the Allied forces which